And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by the one and only, I love that username, I say it every time. Hello, John and Rob. It's good times for Sci-Fi fans. Now, after 12 years, District 9 is getting a sequel. Neill Blomkamp just confirmed via Twitter, District 10 screenplay also being written by Charlotte Copley, who of course starred in District 9, Terry Tatchell, who is Neill's wife, and I. It's coming. It's been 6 years since Blomkamp's last feature film, Chappie, which I thought was terrible, actually. But he's been busy with his own Oat Studios. As a visual effects artist myself, I couldn't be more excited. What are your thoughts? And keep on the great work. All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, one. And yeah, listen, District 9 was a movie that was, I think, for everybody, a massive, pleasant surprise. I think they made it for, I think they said the budget was 30 million. 35 million, 30 million and change. Produced by Peter Jackson. Super low budget for a visual effects heavy movie. And by the way, the visual effects were outstanding and the movie itself was great. The movie itself was great. Wonderful central character, great mythology that they kind of set up around possible future events, wonderful sci-fi. I loved the ending. I thought, and the ending just left open this big wide door for a sequel that never came. Now, Neill Blomkamp then went on to do a couple of other projects. He did, what was it called? Elysium? I think that was the name of the one he did with Matt Damon.
Which just came out on 4K,
Which just came out on 4K.
I know you're excited.
I was super stoked for Elysium. I ended up being very disappointed with Elysium. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a very disappointing film. And then he did Chappie, which looked really kind of very much in the vein of a District 9. I know that movie has its fans, due respect, but for me, it also just really didn't work. And I think Neill's a good Canadian kid too, by the way. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think Neill's a good Canadian kid. So it's been a long time.
I think he might be from South Africa.
I know that, but I also think he moved to Canada, I think. But he's definitely South African. Yeah, okay. He grew up there. That's a lot of what District 9 is. Anyway, but so this is where we're at right now, though. This comes to us from Neil, who writes, I want to go back to that world and tell the rest of the story with Wickus and Christopher. The issue right now is that I have many other projects and ideas that I also want to work on and complete. And most importantly, the exact right reason to make District 10 needs to be very clear. The first film was based so explicitly on real themes and topics from South Africa that affected me greatly growing up there. And we need to make sure that the next film does not forget that. So that comes to us from Neill Blomkamp. So here's the thing, though, that I want to make very, very clear. A District 10 is not on the way. And I know, let's go back to the exact wording of the question. The District 10, after 12 years, District 9 is getting a sequel. Well, no, they might be getting a sequel. The only thing that Neill is saying right now is that we're writing a screenplay. But here's the thing, Robin, you know this. Right now in LA, there's 50 coffee shops with, now that it's outdoor seating, with 20 outdoor tables filled with people with their laptops and iPads who are screenwriters writing screenplays that are probably never going to get written. I'm not trying to sound pessimistic. I'm just saying, understand exactly where things are at right now. Neill's writing a script, which is great. That's the first thing that needs to happen. But Rob, as somebody who has written scripts, and you who have written many scripts, you know, just because you're writing a script does not mean it's going to get actually picked up, greenlit, financed, and produced into a major motion picture. A lot of things have to happen, but it is at least getting the ball rolling. Is it too little, too late? The District 10 is something that they should have rolled with within 5 years. They should have rolled with District 9 or District 10, the sequel to District 9, within 5 years. And I admire that Neill decided he wanted to not just be seen as a one-trick pony, so he went out and did other things as well. And that was a good move. Didn't quite work. They should have got on District 10 right away and rode that momentum. So right now, Rob, I'm guessing there's a 50-50 shot that this ever actually happens and gets made. It's been a long time. They're going to need a studio to get involved and finance this thing. Maybe Peter Jackson will jump up on board with it again. So I'm saying it's a 50-50 chance, but at least they got the ball rolling. Rob, you hear about them writing the script right now. Why do you think it's taking this long? And ultimately, do you think it's a good idea? And do you think we'll finally get this thing?
Well, I think that, look, Neill Blomkamp, I loved District 9, and since then his career hasn't exactly lit the world on fire. And I love what he's been doing with his Wild Oats Studios, but I think, you return to what worked. And I think that there'd be a lot of interest in a District 10 script, and especially now. So, he's developing it just like he was developing his Alien project that didn't happen either. So I'm all for it. But like you said, I once watched, when I first moved to LA, oh, so very long ago, there was a local news story where a reporter went around LA and just walked up to people and said, "So how's your screenplay coming?" Just to random people. And every single person said, "Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Just finished my first draft." Not one, I mean, it was edited together, so we didn't see the people that said no, but there was quite a few people, obviously, they cut to. They were all in the midst of their screenplays. So, like you said, who isn't writing a screenplay? And but he's got a track record, and I think if they had a great story, I love the milieu of District 10 or District 9, the whole idea of it. And if they've got a great story and great characters, I hope it gets made.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I want to see this. I do. I want to see a District 10. I've wanted to see it for a long time. And I don't know. Here's hoping the script turns out good. Here's hoping the studio agrees and wants to finance it and sees a possibility in it. And maybe they can make it for a real small budget like they did with District 9. Fingers will be crossed. Question is, guys, what do you think about this? Are you still hoping to see a District 10? Have you gotten over it like 8 years ago? Or are you thinking it could still happen? What do you guys think? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.